Good evening, everyone. Well, thank you. Excuse me. It's very nice to have everyone here. This is really a special evening, and we want to make sure we get some coverage here on the overall for all of the people that we're looking to recognize this evening. But it's really an honor to be here, certainly, and it's great to have this level of participation. We're great to have you all here. And to join us really in recognizing some very inspiring people. So, I mean, this is going to be, I think, a delightful evening, as it always is. You know, as we begin the ceremony, I'd like to point out, and I was just talking at the table just as before we started here, this is the 28th year of this Mayor's Committee. And it was started by my predecessor, twice removed, Mayor Herb Drinkwater, a much beloved that was already indicative of what I was about to say, a much beloved mayor for a number of years for us. One thing he did bring to the table, other than some great programs just like this, was he brought term limits. Since he was mayor for 16 years, they decided, well, hey, we love you, but we're going to restrict it to 3 terms. But in any case, Herb was really, he's iconic, and he's certainly been a person who has been much admired and brought some great programs. And I frankly share his belief in a lot of areas, but certainly in this one. And this particular program, as I'm sure most of them in the room recognize, is one where you discover what people can do rather than what they can't do. And it really is a matter of determining also what does it mean in life when you're able to go out and be employed and to develop that self-worth that really comes with overcoming some disabilities and some challenges, and to be able to move forward and have value not only for yourself but also in the eyes of others. And I think that's a wonderful thing, and it's a gift that's difficult to really quantify. So it's an important element for us. So it's we're going to be recognizing people who, despite the odds, are working hard to be at their place of employment or at school so they can receive the skill necessary to gain employment. This ceremony, this celebration tonight really is also served to thank the people who helped those with disabilities overcome their obstacles through our Teacher and Paraprofessional of the Year awards. It's really a testament to the Scottsdale's compassion and generosity. Once started, it's carried through for 28 years. So it has had the support, not only of subsequent mayors after Herb and myself, but also by the council and by our city and by our community on the overall. And it really does speak volumes to the kind of community we like to think we have. You know, this is just last month, Scottsdale ranked, and somebody got me this statistic, but I'm sure that it's valid, and I haven't vetted it or checked it. We were ranked 3rd in the nation for quality of life for those with disabilities. Now that's quite an accomplishment too. It's an accomplishment we are proud of. We get a number of recognitions in this as a city, but that's really something that's very special and very important when you think about what the impact is on folks that can live and thrive in the city of Scottsdale, maybe as the 3rd best in that category. We'll be shooting for number 1, and I hope with everybody's help in this room. You know, this year I personally reached out to a number of businesses to see if we couldn't inspire maybe even a little bit of additional attention and frankly, awards, the availability of awards for the recognition in these categories that we've already just talked about. And the response was overwhelming. I was really enthused that the community once again really stepped up. And you know, I might just mention that even through the toughest of times, and I'm sure most everybody in this room lived through some tougher times than we may be living with right now. Things are not perfect, certainly, but nevertheless, through the recession and through some pretty dark times, the businesses and the community stuck with all of the programs that we're talking about even tonight. But I'd like to take an opportunity certainly to thank those that made this evening possible. And first, we would not be here tonight without the generosity of Tom Silverman and the Silverman Foundation and Chaparral Suites. I might just say, just even in furtherance of that, Tom and his family, with the Chaparral Suites, their property, have always have been a major supporter of this program, these programs. So we also have some scholarship sponsors, and starting with another company that's been with us for many, many years, and that's Scottsdale Insurance Group. And we very much appreciate their support and continuing support. Also new this year is Cigna Medical Group, which came on board and for that awards, I'm sure, for the scholarship awards. But we also have some other sponsors as well. Casino Arizona, Harkins Theater, Uncle Sal's Restaurant, Prestige Cleaners, the Mayo Clinic, and a big thank you to all of them. We were also fortunate that many fine local businesses contributed gift cards and certificates to present to tonight's winners. And this list includes the Scottsdale Fairmont Princess Resort. There's one you're going to want to be looking for. Fire Sky Resort and Spa, Four Seasons Resort at Troon. Man, this list is phenomenal. I wish I were in the running sometime here. Fry's Food and Drug Store at Hilton Scottsdale Resort and Villas, Safeway, Scottsdale Resort and Conference Center, Scottsdale Center for the Performing Art, and the Phoenician. So we want to give a big thank you for that. So I'd like for you to enjoy this ceremony as we celebrate the efforts, commitment, and spirit of the deserving recipients we will be recognizing tonight. And so for that, and to get this launched and started, I'm going to turn the program to this year's co-chairs of the event. And I'll start with a little bit of background on Sharon Sinney, who is our City of Scottsdale Diversity Director. Now, I have not committed her bio to memory, and therefore I'm going to have to break out my eyes on some of this. But Sharon has obviously, well, she's been working with the City of Scottsdale as the diversity liaison at the City of Scottsdale now for just under a year. And she's been at the forefront of designing diversity and inclusion initiatives. And she has done a phenomenal job, even as we look around to this room and what is going on this year. She has added an element of energy and excitement into this program that we maybe, even though it's been a great program, maybe we stepped it up a little bit on all lines, and she's been valuable, very valuable in that. and of course, in that role, she is engaging in continuing avenues of understanding and respect for diverse and inclusive community. She has a master's degree in public administration and is a veteran of the United States Navy and a mother of a 16-year-old teenage daughter. Now, being the mother of a 16-year-old teenage daughter is probably tougher than that Navy career, but nevertheless, we'll give her credit for both. And of course, we also, as a co-chair, we have Dennis Enriquez, who is the Business Services Director in Scottsdale and has been for many years. A fine young man. Of course, everything's relative. He probably considers himself getting old, but I've got years on him. But he's done a fantastic job for the City of Scottsdale and, frankly, in supporting this program as well. Even though that's not necessarily his area of things, he's embraced this and made it part of his job, even with the City of Scottsdale. So I'll turn the program over to Sharon and to Dennis, and we'll continue from there. And again, I want to just certainly welcome everyone here and do appreciate your participation. And you'll probably be hearing a little bit more from me a little later on as well. So just anticipate that moment. And in the meantime, we'll get started.
Okay, it is our pleasure to serve on this great committee with the many people that helped make this event successful. So Dennis and I have been working very hard since about June when we were given this assignment and this endeavor. So we were able to pull it together fairly quickly, and again, with the generosity and the support of lots and lots of people, we're able to make this happen. So Dennis, would you like to say a few words?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, Dennis and I are very happy to be a part of this, not only for seeing these students receive scholarships, but also to all of the awardees, so congratulations. We'd like to go ahead and introduce our presenter for the scholarship recipients. I'd like to have Carol Sheehan Mathis, who is the AVP Human Resources Executive from Nationwide Insurance. Now, Nationwide Insurance is the corporate oversight for Scottsdale Insurance. So Carol is an accomplished human resources and business management leader with over 30 years of professional experience spanning industries in manufacturing, transportation, technology, and insurance. Carol has a broad generalist background with specific strengths in change management, leader and team effectiveness, creating an engaging culture, compensation, staffing, talent management, and employee relations. Carol's strong influence and collaboration skills are consistently called upon with Nationwide's organization, and she has been with them since 1999. Carol received her Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Marketing from Texas Tech University. Please welcome Carol Sheehan Mathis.
Good evening. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Sharon and Mayor Lane. Well, I couldn't be more honored to be here tonight representing Scottsdale Insurance and the Nationwide Insurance Foundation to recognize our 3 scholarship recipients. Tonight's recipients mirror much of what we value so dearly at Scottsdale Insurance. They each operate with integrity. They understand the value of lifelong education and learning, and they understand the value of diversity and inclusion and how it enriches all of our lives. Our first, and I'm going to copy the mayor and put my eyes on, our first recipient is Steve Schwartz. Steve is a general studies student at Scottsdale Community College. He's also currently employed with the city of Scottsdale. Steve returned to school with the hopes to be the first in his family to get a college degree. He's pushed himself to save money because of the extra cost to pay for needed tutoring classes to ensure his academic success. In thanking us for his scholarship, he explained that the tuition will help him attend school in the spring semester at Scottsdale Community College. He intends to use the money for his general requirements towards his associate's degree. In the spring, he plans to take a humanities class, an English class, and an acting class, which that's kind of intriguing. And he plans to use the money for books for those classes just mentioned, and thanked everyone for the opportunity to receive this support to continue his education. Steve's goal in the next 2 years is to finish his academic program successfully. He's only got a few more classes to complete, science, history, and 1 more English class. So Steve, please come on up and let us congratulate you. Congratulations.
Right. Thanks a lot.
Very welcome. Do you want to step over here, Steve? Do you want to step right over here?
Sure.
Congratulations. Thank you. Our second recipient, Shelby Nelson, attends Northern Arizona University, pursuing a degree in hospitality management. She's a 4th-time recipient of this scholarship. and she's getting ever closer to reaching her goal as currently she'll receive that bachelor's degree in hospitality management in December of 2015. She continues to maintain her spot on the dean's list and aims to make a 4.0 GPA each semester. Over the years, Shelley has learned ways to overcome her struggles with a reading comprehension disability. She stays motivated by collaborating with available academic resources and continues to advocate for herself when she needs to. Shelby has never allowed her learning disability to be an excuse or stand in her way of accomplishing her goals. She's proud of maintaining a high grade point average, and more importantly, she truly enjoys her involvement with the school as well as her sorority, Alpha Delta Pi. She's currently holding 2 leadership roles in the sorority, including taking on the new member coordinator role and as the sorority treasurer. Shelby enjoys her independence and looks forward to a career she can be proud of. We're proud of you, Shelby. Come on up. Tonight's third recipient, Lisa Priest, is currently attending Scottsdale Community College, pursuing her nursing degree. Her success in persevering and always having a don't give up attitude brings her to an important milestone in her life. Lisa has dreamed of becoming a registered nurse and is now eligible to take the nursing certification exam. She's continuing her coursework to earn her bachelor's degree in nursing. She has a desire to teach and help others with disabilities, including planning to establish social services program. She's already even established a business, her own business called Arise and Shine. Lisa states that keeping faith and moving forward one step at a time are key elements to her success. She feels that being positive in her journey helps when she is feeling overwhelmed. She does her best to keep a balanced schedule, is always humble when choosing her classes to ensure she can be academically successful. She lives with her learning disability, dyslexia, and testing anxiety, and understands, to quote Lisa, "Everyone's journey is different, and I have learned to absorb the wisdom of others and to be victorious in the end." Tremendous, Lisa. Please come on up. Congratulations.
Well, it's only take a second. I just wanted to make sure we recognize the fact that we do have some folks from the city, as always. We have our city manager here, Fritz Bering, he's here in the back. As well as one of my council colleagues, Councilwoman Virginia Corda, who's here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all, and again, congratulations to our scholarship recipients. I think they are tremendous models for the rest of us. With that, I'll turn it back over to Sharon.
I also wanted to mention with the scholarships, Fry's had donated a gift card, so we gave each of the recipients a $100 gift card on behalf of Fry's. So our next speaker is a great person. She is a human relations commissioner, so I've had the pleasure of working with her since I came on board as her staff liaison. I'd like to introduce now Mrs. Reagan Grossman. Reagan is the newest member of the Human Relations Commission. Her term began in April, and she has already shown an energetic approach of bringing new ideas and a creativity to the table, especially with her marketing background. She's been really great. Reagan and her husband moved to the Valley over 9 years ago, where she had furthered her career in the hospitality industry. She is not only an advocate for diversity, but she also supports a work and life balance and seeks to create an awareness of the need for more flexibility in the workplace. Reagan has her Bachelor's of Arts in Journalism with a minor in Business Administration and a Master's in Science of Integrated Marketing Communications. Please welcome Commissioner Reagan Grossman.
Thank you, Sharon. Very honored and humbled to be here with you tonight, and I am going to jump right in because I'm very excited to give these awards out. Okay, great, perfect. The Exemplar of the Year award goes to Mary Hadsell. Mary teaches horsemanship to children and adults with various disabilities, including paralysis, vision and hearing impairment, cerebral palsy, MS. She uses horses as a hands-on tool to empower students to be independent and help them overcome obstacles. She works to remove "I can't" from their vocabulary. And it's my understanding we're going to play a video.
Camelot has been in the Valley for 28 years now, and we teach children and adults who have physical disabilities all about horses. We were founded by a woman, it's a horsewoman, who had a physical disability. We wanted to create a program for people like her, people who are horse lovers but have physical challenges. We don't charge for services here at Camelot. We've never charged. And our founder made a promise to the person who educated her that she would always give services away just as they were received by her. We exist because of all of the volunteers that support our program. We have two full-time and one part-time staff member, and the other 30 people that come here on a weekly basis are volunteering their time to do so. Here at Camelot, we are a place where everybody sits at the round table here, and our students give back through volunteerism as well. So our hopes and dreams are that our students learn and they get a horsemanship education, and then they come back to educate other students, new students, to how to ride and how to work with horses. Whereas I can teach people horsemanship, my students who have disabilities are the ones who can lead by example. Well, our typical students are horse lovers. They're someone who has a physical challenge that want to learn all aspects of horses, from cleaning stalls to riding. Our students have various disabilities. Some you may not see, maybe it's a brain injury, but others, perhaps somebody's a wheelchair user, or they have multiple sclerosis or cerebral palsy. Maybe they're visually impaired or have a hearing impairment.
Programs like Camelot are just so amazing to have available for people with disabilities. There's not a lot of programs like this one, especially with horses, and being a person with a disability, that's very rare to find, because people with and without disabilities might not think that you could do it based on your disability. And so this is a different type of program. It's not like let's have a pony ride. It's more like let's teach you how to be independent using horses. And so that's why it's so important to have that opportunity that not a lot of programs for people with disabilities give you. Every day that I come home from Camelot, I take home so many different lessons, what I learn every day, just about how I'm able to move my body, or how I see students with disabilities, kids and adults here, just that I know that other people with disabilities are here to support me. It's a huge support group, but we're all having fun with horses. And so that's what I take home, is just that peace and comfort, knowing that people with disabilities are here and they're instructing themselves and being independent. And I gain more independent each time I come out here, a new way to move my body as I age with time, and just different things. And I take away friendships and the opportunity to be able to teach, and just different things that I wouldn't be able to get if this place wasn't so accessible and not only accessible physically, but accessible with teaching and being able to say, yes, you know, you're a person with a disability and you can do this, knowing that this place is here and people are benefiting, and I just love horses, and it's so much fun to me.
Camelot is supported by the community. We have 2 fundraisers, one the 1st of May called Hooves and Heroes, and that's a family fun event. We've got another event the first weekend of November, and the rest, I mean, there's grants monies, there's corporations that support us, but the biggest support is our community. We would not be here without the private contributions that we receive on an annual basis.
Great. All right, Mary, if you'd like to come up. Thank you. That's wonderful. As an animal lover, I was thrilled to see that. All right, our Teacher of the Year award that goes to Jenny Dollar-Finney with Scottsdale Unified School District. Jenny prepares disabled Scottsdale High School students for future careers and social life experiences. She helps them identify job opportunities, assist with applications, interviews, job coaching. She also coordinates college night and life skills transition night, which is transition planning for disabled students and their parents. So Jenny, if you'd like to come up. And Jenny is getting a 2-night stay at the Scottsdale Conference and Resort Center with a Champagne Sunday brunch. All right, thank you. We also did give Mary a gift certificate as well. She got a 2-night stay, there was a meal in there. My apologies for not announcing that also. All right, the Para-Educator of the Year award goes to Warren Rice. He is exemplary in the field of special education support. It gives assistance in a responsive, receptive, and caring manner. I understand you come to work every day with your sleeves rolled up, ready to give your best and share your time with all the students and teachers. You have been characterized by equal parts patience, humor, and determination. So thank you very much. A 1-night stay at the Hilton Scottsdale Resort and dinner for 2 at Tajia. Thank you so much. All right, so the Employee of the Year award, I'm waiting for you, goes to Kelly Brown. She works at Fry's Marketplace. Kelly is dependable, she's on time, and described by supervisors as having great integrity. She has a positive attitude, friendly with customers, and friendly with her coworkers. She has the ability to juggle part-time school and part-time work, so way to go, Kelly. We know how hard that can be. And I understand that customers will intentionally change lanes or even wait a little bit longer just to make sure that Kelly takes care of them. So thank you, Kelly. You want to come on up? Oh, wow. Wow. She gets a one-night stay at the Fire Sky Resort and a brunch at the Phoenician. Wow. Right? Yes. Okay, and for our final award for the Employer of the Year, that goes to Southwest Autism Research and Resource Center, the Beneficial Beans Cafe. So the cafe started in 2012 inside the Scottsdale Civic Center Library. They offer training and employment opportunities for adults with autism spectrum disorders. It's a venue to teach hands-on skills such as customer service, money handling, and barista training, not to mention that they have a full espresso menu and pastries and all of those yummy things. There are future plans to replicate this cafe in other regions of the US and Canada, and I think we have a video for this one as well.
SARC is an Arizona nonprofit. Our mission is to advance research and provide a lifetime of support to individuals with autism and their families. 2 years ago, we opened a vocational and life skills academy for our teens and adults. And why this is important is that 85% of those with a diagnosis of autism are under the age of 22. So in the next decade, we're going to see hundreds of thousands of our children becoming adults. And we need to have those skills and opportunities for those individuals to be able to become members of our society, contributing members of our society. Beneficial Beans is part of our entrepreneurial center. We were approached a few years ago by one of our partners, one of our employment partners, Matador Coffee Roasting Company, and they asked us the question of whether or not we would be interested in having our own blend of coffee. Well, that's when Beneficial Beans was born. Adults with autism work at roasting, packaging, and labeling this coffee. And today, they're helping out in our cafe. So they're learning to be trained and working at a cafe. And we're also employing some of our adults with autism in the cafe. Well, we have a wonderful offering of espresso drinks. My favorite is the honey vanilla latte. We have smoothies. We have baked goods. Muffins and cookies that have been provided by one of our adults with autism. And also in the future, we're going to be providing some of our gourmet soups and granola and some other lunch offerings.
It's just a wonderful place to come. We have a large screen television there so that you can watch the day's news events, have a cup of coffee, read your materials in the library, and just relax in our atmosphere here.
I'd like to share a success story about Matt. Matt was involved with our Culinary Works program a few years ago. He is a bright 28-year-old man that is a talented artist and a great baker. He was so inspired after going through our Culinary Works program at SARC that we wanted him to be able to move on, and we were able to partner him with a pastry chef in town. And through that training, we were able to arrange an internship at Urban Cookie. While he was at Urban Cookie, he developed his root beer float cupcake, which was a huge success, and they ended up selling it at Urban Cookie. Well, today, he is selling and making all of the baked goods for our cafe. And his new business is called the Stuttering King Bakery, and he's making delicious banana chocolate chip muffins, chocolate chip cookies, snickerdoodles. So we're all gaining weight, but loving it because we're supporting Matt in his wonderful success.
That's Fantastic. If you all want to come up, and I think there's a group of you, right? So we'd love to have you all come up. And we have a voucher for 2 tickets at the Scottsdale Performing Arts Center and a dinner at the Four Seasons for 4 people. So
Thank you so much.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited to go to that coffee shop for sure. I can't wait. So the next thing that we want to talk about is planning and innovating for the future. So I have some very exciting things to share with you. I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now, just so you know. So as part of the Human Relations Commission, we do a civil dialogue series that has different events throughout the year. And coincidentally, our next event, which is going to take place on December 3rd, is about hiring those with disabilities. So I thought, what better way to come and let you guys know about this wonderful event. It's called Scottsdale's Untapped Resource. And it's going to be at the Arizona State University Sky Song in Scottsdale. It's a morning event, about an hour and a half, and we have a fantastic keynote speaker. His name's Gary Karp. If you haven't heard of him, you can look him up online at lifeonwheels.org. He's a fantastic speaker. He really is motivating and educating, and we're looking forward to having him come and speak. We also put together some panelists to answer questions. We really want it to be an interactive event with citizens, employers, employees. We have representatives from the City of Scottsdale, Scottsdale Community College, the Society of Human Resources Management, SHRM, and ABLE, which I'm sure a lot of us have heard of. So we have those individuals coming, and that's in just a few weeks. So we certainly would love to see you come. I did want to read something from Gary's website because this is near and dear to our hearts, and that's why we wanted to put the website together. He writes on his website, "Artificial obstacles are falling away, and technologies expand possibilities in a modern economy that is much less based on physical labor. Workers with disabilities are increasingly healthy, independent, educated, mobile, and career-oriented, moving from a model of disability to workability. They are a substantial, still emerging, and underutilized human resource." So that gives you an idea into his brain of the things that he believes and he wants to come and talk about. So that's the first point on there. The next exciting thing is the City of Scottsdale Business Service Department. And I was talking to Dennis about this when I first came in, which is thrilling that they're promoting the successful model to employ individuals with disabilities. They accomplished this last year by taking one full-time position and dividing it into 4 25% part-time positions, as well as some contracted services through Scottsdale Training and Rehabilitation Services, STARS. They received the Bill Donaldson Award for Innovation. Their efforts are being modeled in other parts of the organization, and they're in the running for national recognition through the Alliance of Innovation. So that's very exciting. The City of Scottsdale also has Adapted Recreation Services, ARS. They provide comprehensive, they know who they are. They provide comprehensive recreation, leisure, and life skill programs so as to promote optimal leisure functioning and enhance quality of life for people with disabilities. So I actually talked to their recreation supervisor today, and she was telling me that they are going to unveil at the beginning of the year the completed renovation of the ARS Community Center. So those of you that don't know where that is, it's kind of in Chaparral Park. The cross streets are Jackrabbit and Hayden. It's going to have a state-of-the-art kitchen where they can do cooking instruction, and it's also going to be a working model designed to highlight examples of modifications. So these modifications can be made in homes to enhance accessibility and to promote full independence. So that's exciting as well. And then, of course, near and dear to my heart is the City Manager's Office of Diversity. This really was reestablished in the last year, as Mayor Lane mentioned, by hiring Sharon. She's been an amazing diversity liaison for the city. She's been an amazing staff support for our commission. She has great ideas. It's been about 6 months, but we really feel her presence and her energy and are so excited to tackle some of these things that we have as a commission with her support. Topics, ideas, and events are designed in this office to ensure that diversity and inclusionary focus is strong and relevant within strategic planning and embedded in our city values. Thank you again. We also have collaborated with diversity partners, and I just wanted to mention some of those. They include Communities Celebrating Diversity, STARS, which we've mentioned, the Scottsdale Fire Department, the Scottsdale Police Department, the Scottsdale Human Relations Commission, that's my plug, the Adapted Recreation Services, ARS, which we also mentioned, Untapped Arizona, and Arizona Development Disabilities Planning Council, and other partners. So we really look forward to this event. We look forward to it again next year. If you know any outstanding students or citizens that are worthy of these awards or scholarships that we've talked about, we really enjoy this annual tradition. So I am going to turn it back to Mayor Lane to say some closing remarks. But thank you very much for coming.
An award for appreciation, really, for continuing support from Scottsdale Insurance. We certainly wanted to make sure that we recognized the efforts throughout the years and certainly on a continuing basis. So wanted to make sure we had this presentation for you as well. So thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. Well, as I mentioned before, obviously Tom with Chaparral Suites, why is that kind of blank on that? But in any case, we want to make sure we recognize Tom. He's not here to take this for Chaparral Suites, but for his continuing support, Silverman, and for his continuing support through the years. So we just want to give another final appearance. We'll get that to him. So that completes the evening, and I will say that I want to thank everyone who worked to put this event together, and that does include a lot of folks. Certainly Dennis and Sharon and all the folks, and from my office, Rachel Smetana, and I'm sure there's others, but I want to thank everybody on staff who had a part in putting this together, and certainly those people who are taping it here this evening as well for Channel 11, so thank you, gentlemen. And to all the students, employees, employers, educators, and support staff honored here tonight, keep up the great work. And thank you all for all that you do to make this a special place here in Scottsdale. So thank you very much.